¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos nuevamente a Mass Effect 2. Bueno, me acabo de mandar una pequeña cagadita que no estaba grabando y bueno, tuvimos una pequeña charla con Miranda. Simplemente nos agradeció por lo de la misión de la hermana, nada más que eso. Bueno, vamos a ver si
Commander,
tiene algo
what can I do
más.
for you?
A ver.
Have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe
Ok.
another time.
I'll
No
let
hay
you
nada más
work.
para hablar.
Of course,
Perfecto.
Commander.
Bueno, Miranda ya estaría. Habría que ir a ver a Garrus.
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
Garrus.
If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the collectors right now.
Hoy vamos a ir a por la misión secundaria de
Need me for something?
Thane o
Have you
Thane.
got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. I wanted to thank you again for your
Ahí
help
está.
with Sidonis. Whatever happens with the collectors or the reapers or whoever else comes after us, I know you'll get the job done.
You actually think we'll find something worse than collectors or reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course. It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. Your people don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Sarah to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Honestly, Garrus, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time. But an unmapped area, advanced technology, and the Collectors. We're going to lose people. No way around that. Not a happy analysis, I know. Don't worry. I won't spread it around. And I'm with you regardless.
Bien, bastante realista.
How do Turian crews get ready for high-risk missions?
With violence, usually. Turian ships have more operational discipline than your alliance, but fewer personal restrictions. Our commanders run us tight, and they know we need to blow off steam. Turian ships have training rooms for exercise, combat sims, even full-contact sparring. Whatever lets people work off stress.
Se cagan a palo.
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
¿Y qué tal
I
fue?
assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. More than one way to work off stress, I guess.
Hijo de puta, tío.
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Sarah to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and
bueno,
Cerberus
boludo,
and
ya
that
esto ya lo
AI
dijo.
all telling us what we're
Okay.
up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
Me hizo reír un rato Garrus. Bueno, ¿qué más faltaría hablar por esta... la misión secundaria. No, ya hablamos. ¿Qué hay aquí? La señorita esta... Samara.
I am glad I joined your team. It has been too long since I traveled with companions. When the time comes, I will do whatever is necessary.
You're an important part of this crew, Samara.
It is my honor. Also, there is a matter I need to discuss. When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person I was pursuing. Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears again.
Didn't you say you'd pick up her trail after our mission?
I know where she is, right now. In a month, she may be gone. This is the best opportunity I've ever had.
Where is she?
Omega, a nightclub called Afterlife,
Okay.
which seems a perfect place for her to hunt.
How important is this?
Killing her has been my focus for 400 years. It is the most important thing in my life, and the reason I became a Justicar.
Tell me about her.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect. It means demon of the night winds, but that is mythology. She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
So is an Ardat Yakshi a special kind of murderer?
Morinth suffers a rare genetic disorder. When she mates with you, there is no gentle melding of nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain. You end up a mindless shell, and soon after, you are dead.
Why isn't this ever mentioned in Asari literature or art?
When we were primitive, there was much fascination with Ardat Yakshi. Some cultures worshipped them as gods of destruction. Now the Asari have a place in the galaxy, and they don't wish this defect to be widely known. As far as I know, only 3 exist today. 2 chose a life of seclusion. The 3rd ran.
Morinth.
She ran, and I am sworn to kill her.
I don't know that I blame her for running.
When she fled, she proved her addiction. She was not taking a great moral stand. She simply wants to keep killing. She is a tragic figure, but not a sympathetic one.
Can't she abstain?
Each encounter gives her strength. The effect is narcotic. The more she does it, the more she needs to do it. She will never stop. She can't.
So you hunt down these Asari just because they're born with a genetic condition?
It manifests with maturity. When one is diagnosed, she is offered the chance to live in seclusion and comfort. If she refuses, it shows her addiction to the ecstasy she gets from killing her mates. There is no redemption for such a person.
They have to choose between prison and death?
It is an addictive condition. Remember how adaptive we are. If Morinth does not want to be cured, she won't be.
Okay.
This is definitely worthy of your full attention.
She confuses her victims, twists their feelings. They will do anything for her favor.
We need to stop her.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what this means to me. There is one thing more. This creature, this monster. She is my daughter.
What?
You said this is genetic. How many children do you have?
3. And 3 Ardat Yakshi are in existence today. It is as it sounds. Morinth was always the wild one. She was happy and free, but selfish.
Ok, o sea que va a ir a matar a su propia hija. Y las otras 2 también son iguales.
I cannot imagine what this is like.
I do not want pity, Shepard. I do not accept it. My daughter's condition is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them, or just danced the night away. I learned so much, experienced so much, and then my matron days came. I could finally sit back, bask and enjoy my family. But in one moment, it was all taken away.
It sounds terrible.
I sat in a med lab while a nearsighted doctor droned at me, and I learned that nothing was as I thought it would be. I gave up all that I possessed. I own nothing, claim nothing. All my knowledge will die with me. Now my purpose is to destroy my own children.
Those moments change you.
And I've hundreds of years left to live with that. I say too much. Forgive me. Help me find my long-lost daughter. And kill her.
We'll go find Morinth.
Ok, si así lo desea esta señora. Bien, tenemos que ir a Omega y a la ciudadela. Bueno, vamos. Vamos. Si pudiéramos hacer las 2 misiones en el día de hoy, sería maravilloso.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Ok, mensaje sin leer. De Rafael Colonia, gobernador de Colonia, Fargonia, yo, la tripulación de Normandía. Hemos obtenido nuestra expedición a partir de los datos del atraque. Creemos que vuestra tripulación es responsable de haber... la nave que salvamos en el capítulo anterior. No solo rodaste los Get y evitaste que la nave se estrellase contra el planeta, sino que además salvaste a casi 100 cajas de munición que se habrían perdido junto a la nave. Gracias a vosotros estamos a salvo y podemos continuar con el trabajo de flecha rota, armando las colonias que lindan con el espacio Get. En nombre de los residentes de Colonia Fargon, os transmito vuestra eterna gratitud. Perfecto. Ángeles de la guarda, Oriana. Espero no equivocarme, comandante Shepard. Soy Oriana, mi hermana me contó poca cosa, pero creo que no se le ocurrió que soy tan lista como ella. Husmeé un poco y encontré un informador que me proporcionó esta dirección. Ella puede darle las gracias, pero nunca pude dártelas a ti por ayudarme. Mis padres no lo comprenden, pero sé que Miranda hizo muchas cosas a lo largo de los años para cuidar de mí. No se lo diré, todavía quiero seguir estudiando y sacarme algunos títulos, pero quería que supieras que sé que tú me salvaste. Tuve un ángel de la guarda todos estos años, no sé si mi hermana tiene a alguien, me dijo que está trabajando para ti y me resultó evidente que estás haciendo algo peligroso. Asegúrate de que regrese viva, ¿de acuerdo? Postdata, no le digas que te he enviado esto, se pondría furiosa. Miranda, deja de mirar los mensajes de Shepard, vamos, no finjas no hacerlo. Es lo que yo haría. Bien. Perfecto. Vamos primero con... ¿dónde? ¿Con dónde? Fijar destino. Consigue el módulo. Ah, también teníamos que ayudar a Tali. A la mierda. Bueno, vamos con críos. Claro, yo pensé que ya estábamos listos, pero falta. Bueno, estamos aquí. Esperen, que me acabo de acordar. Tenemos mejoras para hacer. A ver. Mejoras de armadura, sí, daño biótico a tope. Perfecto. Prototipos. Bien, nada más. Espero tener el suficiente dinero porque aquí en la ciudadela estaban las otras tiendas. Teníamos las otras tienditas. Ok, gracias, señorita. Entrar en órbita, atracar. Vamos a apurar esto. Bueno, o sea que nos quedarían 3 misiones, más alguna secundaria que encontraremos en el camino. Pero, vuelvo a repetir, antes de ir por la misión final voy a recorrer todas las tiendas. Bueno, esta señorita ya es leal, perfecto, un poquitito más tapadita va. Bien, Vengarrus y es la misión de este señor. Vamos. 4 puntitos, me gusta, barrera a tope. A ver qué nos da. Es casi impenetrable y pasa a tener hasta las armas más pesadas. Tiempo de recarga, duración. Resiste unos cuantos segundos vitales más. Potencia del escudo. Bueno, dura mucho más esta barrera. Sí, sin ningún lugar a dudas. Este señor no tiene nada y este tiene un solo punto. Nada más. Nos fuimos.
According to CSEC reports, Hargan was taken into custody and charges are pending.
That's the least that bastard deserves.
Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Bien. A ver qué hacemos aquí. Aquí.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy.
I know CSEC too well to believe that's true.
I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Ok. Bueno, a ver, este señor.
Yes? My associate is trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Duct rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Commander.
Laugh it up, Garrus.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake and you should fix the problem yourself.
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station. When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
Aren't the ducts dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them. Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run. And Mouse survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked Zakera for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
He's a cop. He tried to stop Kolyat and one of them could end up dead. I don't want that.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Shepard.
De nada, señor. Bueno, veamos.
I'm
Tiendas.
Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Tiendas, tiendas, tiendas. Hámster del espacio. La maqueta del soberano, venga. Pez, pez, pez. Estos peces, lo que pasa que se me van a morir. Sinceramente, se van a morir esos pescaditos. A ver aquí si hay más cositas. Bien, aquí ya vaciamos todo. Bueno, perfecto. En teoría, aquí no hay más nada. Noticias. Deberíamos tener más tiendas. No, pero aquí no se vende nada. Este señor es un boludo. Aquí creo que por ahí tenemos que ir, creo.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Tampoco. Hola. Tiendas. Por esta de aquí.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Bien, ¿qué me falta? A la mierda que son caros. 150.000. Bueno, vamos a tener que ahorrar un poco, Noticias galácticas no me interesan. A ver, entramos por aquí nosotros. Y no, vamos para acá. A ver si aquí había algo. No, aquí ya habíamos hecho me parece la misión de esto. Ok, aquí no hay nada, aquí tampoco, nada. Cagaste, chacalito. Bueno, poquito perdido, Pero había una parte donde nosotros podíamos ir, pero ahora no sé a dónde. A ver, vamos a tomar el vehículo este, que está aquí. este donde Joraca nos lleva. Nuevo seguidor, el Presidium, nivel 27. Presidium, la sede de la embajada humana. Ah, podríamos ir a hablar con Anderson ya que estamos. A ver si nos cuenta algo nuevo.
Something I can do for you, Shepard?
How have the last couple of years treated you?
No,
Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
I better go.
No,
My door is
no
always
tenía
open.
una mierda este para decirnos, puta madre. Bien, a ver, nivel 28. Ya la verdad tengo un mareo. Creo que era donde estaba el bar. Supongo que estará en la planta superior. Supongo. Ahí había uno que vendía el tema de los videojuegos. ¿No era este? Esta señorita no quiere hablar. No. Puerta. Aquí en el bar no hay nadie. A ver, Chacal, si te fijas, boludo, ¿dónde tenés que ir? Encuentra ratón cerca del Dark Star en el nivel del mercado superior. Bien, entonces tiene que ser aquí. Estamos viendo. Cerca del nivel superior. Dark Star es aquí. Bien, a ver si este señor nos puede proporcionar.
What'll it be?
Hear about anything interesting going on
Serve
around
drinks. You want to know what's going on? Check the news.
Cierto que este era
I
mala
don't know
onda.
why humans always ask me.
here? I'm done for now.
Sure thing.
¿Dónde carajo estará este cabrón? Bueno, dijo cerca del nivel superior. A ver. Aquí.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you retired. Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored. They're everywhere, see everything. Yet they are never seen. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know. I didn't ask. Because the people I work for, they can make me disappear.
No lo voy a golpear.
I'd like to help you, Krios. You always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
Look, you know Thane. He wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Do it for him.
I want to. He was always nice to us. But these people ain't nice, Krios.
Nobody's gonna know you talk to us.
Mouse, I swear that you won't be named.
All right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kellum.
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh shit, you heard? Look, you were dead. It was totally legal to make a VI of you.
Give me a copy, we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure, yeah, absolutely. Sorry about the whole... Just so you know, there's 3 Volas who are patching it all the time.
Tell me about Kellum.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was Little People when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward. Shen Akiba. He's seriously bad news.
You did good, Mouse.
Yeah. Hope I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kellum will never know.
I hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, just don't bring the family.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees, bare feet black, a dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer. I was the only good thing he had back then, but I left him as I left Kolyat.
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him, that anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios, he asks.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard. You, of all people, know this.
Let's head back to Bailey.
Toda la razón. Bien, ahora tenemos que ir... Epa, otra tienda. ¿Estuve? Toma. Toma, toma. Ay, 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 ay. Toda la pesada. Mira todo el dinero que precisamos. Bueno, este me lo puedo llevar. Chaleco de protección. Aumenta la salud en un 5%. Sí, me lo llevo. Y... Qué puta mierda, O sea, me llevo o este. Pero yo creo que si voy a ir con Thane y Garrus... Sería bueno que hagan más daño, Pero vamos con su fusil, que es lo que más voy a usar yo.
This is valuable.
Lo lamento. Bien, necesitamos mucho más dinero, Mucho más dinero y hay que volver a la ciudadela para todas las mejoras. ¿Dónde carajo estaba? Aquí. Bailey.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kellum.
Kellum? Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kellum and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the CSEC charity ball from me in return.
Bien, te soborna, así.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kellum will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
Bueno, a ver. Así que lo soborna el tipo.
We've got Kellum. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here. Bet Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10 meters.
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
We should question him together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
Tú serás el poli bueno. ¿Algún plan?
I plan to improvise. No plan survives contact with the enemy anyway.
I suppose that's true. I won't interfere then. This will be difficult. If we're too gentle with him, his advocate will get past Bailey. If we're too rough, well, we need him alive.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing.
I place my faith in you, Shepard.
A ver.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this. Who the hell are you two?
Bueno, esto sería si tuviéramos lo que es la rebeldía más a tope.
Bailey has nothing to do with this. We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a C-Sec interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
I want to see my advocate. You two are in way over your
No
heads.
le vamos a pegar.
Bailey won't let you touch me.
Bailey doesn't know you're here, but he will. After we're done.
What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit.
No le
Come
voy a
on,
pegar.
hit
No
me.
le voy a
I
pegar.
dare you. No, huh? Didn't think you had the balls.
Think carefully, Elias. I want to catch the assassin, not you. Why stick your neck out for him?
You want me to confess to putting a contract on someone? You think I'm stupid?
I get the name, I walk out. You never see me again.
I got no reason to believe you.
This isn't working, Shepard. We're making no progress.
Are we done here? Because I got people to see.
No le voy a pegar.
Goddamn waste of my time.
How about this? You tell us the target, you never see us again. And Bailey drops his price 50%.
Yeah? Can I get that in writing?
I don't think either of us want this in writing.
Alright. I ain't going to jail for the tadpole. And I do love a bargain. Joram Talid, Turian running for office on the Zakira ward. He messes with legitimate businessmen. I'm gonna stop it.
Where and when?
His apartment, the 800 blocks. You better hurry.
What's going on here? Get away from my client.
You played me.
I've enjoyed our chat, Elias. Thanks for your help.
This isn't over.
Nicely done.
Wait, you got what you wanted. Who ratted me out?
Well, I guess you'll have something to think about while you're in here, huh?
I'll find out. And once I have a name...
Elias, as your legal advocate, I advise you to shut the hell up.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Held up in traffic.
Bien, lo hicimos bien. Pero estuve tentado a meterle un piñoncito.
What's the story? Why'd Kellum hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
You haven't heard what the aliens have been saying? They think the council died because our fleet refused to save them. That we stacked the new council with humans and yes-men. Anderson does his best to be diplomatic, but they act like we're jackbooted thugs enforcing a coup.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard. Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
Bien, creo que ahora se pone interesante esto. Creo que ahora se pone interesante. Bien, creo que vamos a poder hacer una sola misión hoy. Estoy pensando de dónde sacar dinero. Porque es mucho lo que precisamos.
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow the lead on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
The darkest corner with the best view. I'm on Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Bien.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
You can count on it.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
I will. And I'll do it through legal processes, not by a coup attempt. And don't...
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
Datos.
This looks interesting.
Bien, daño de pistola pesada.
Stay close, Shepard.
Eso es lo que intento hacer.
Have you got him?
Sí, ahí debajo.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of call yet?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
Se va para este lado.
No problem so far.
Bien, vamos bien.
Do you have the target?
Pero si acá me lo marcaba. ¿Por qué no me lo...? Ah, bien. Creo que acá arriba es un puto laberinto.
Can you give me an update?
No habla nuestro querido Shepard. No habla. Tenemos dos puertas. En teoría va a ir hacia allí, supongo. Haciendo unos pequeños trámites el guardaespaldas. ¿Sale o no sale, cabrón? Bien, este se va corriendo. Una rata. Viene por aquí. Me parece que se va a complicar en cualquier momento. Se va a complicar en cualquier momento.
What's he doing?
Uy, volvé.
Where is he now?
Espera, mierda.
I don't have a good angle. What's he doing?
One of his guards is talking to the bartender. Looks like a shakedown.
No sign of trouble.
O sea que si no actualizamos perdemos la misión. Bien.
What's his status?
He's meeting a couple of mercenaries. Looks like the same group his bodyguard comes from.
He looks nervous. Could be he's noticed you.
Maybe he saw Kolyat in here somewhere.
Also a possibility. There are obstructions ahead. I'll try to go around. Don't lose him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sí señor, pero creo que voy a ir para este lado, ¿eh?
Hey, who are you? What are you doing back here?
I'm with the Citadel Health and Safety. We've had vermin reports in storage areas around here.
What? You can't be serious. How did you get in here?
If I didn't have authorization, how did I get in? You see any other doors?
There's the keeper. Never mind. Just go on through, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah, just don't let my boss see you.
Bien. Podremos haberlo golpeado también, ¿eh? Igual al padre.
Kolyat!
Thane!
I saw.
He's heading to Lealtad's apartment.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up. Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your help. What the hell?
Delete. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I will.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
Your father doesn't have much time left, Kolyat. He's trying to make up for his mistakes.
What? So you came to get my forgiveness? So you can die in peace or something?
I came to grant you peace. You're angry because I wasn't there when your mother died.
You weren't there when she was alive. Why should you be there when she died?
Your mother... They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the deep, I went to find them. The triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were... older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Bien. Bueno, no hubo bajas. Ahora que el asunto de su hijo está resuelto, nada más debería distraer a Thane de la misión. El asunto personal de Thane reveló aspectos preocupantes de la política de la ciudadela. Es posible que sea necesario dar apoyo a Elias Kelham y criminales similares para contrarrestar las tendencias antihumanas. Bailey de Sexy ofrece una posibilidad de reclutamiento. Experiencia ganada, poder de Thane, bien. Aumenta el daño a la salud de los enemigos orgánicos, good. Nuevo traje, daño de pistola pesada, que se lo encontramos, créditos y cerrar informe. Bien. Bueno, gente. Bueno, esto a ver cómo termina. Todavía no terminó, pero bueno, ya el capítulo de hoy productivo. Uno nuevo más que es leal.
They've been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the C-Sec archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
10 years is a long time. Whoever was responsible for that probably doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
How'd it go?
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
The kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within C-Sec.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
Perfecto. Bueno, gente, no tenemos dinerito. Volvemos a la nave. Vamos a aplicar las mejoras estas, si es que tengo materiales. Y a recolectar dinerito, ¿eh? Normandía, vamos. Perfecto. Seguramente Thane va a querer hablar ahora. Vamos a aplicar primero las mejoras y ya luego lo dejamos hasta el próximo capítulo. Voy a ir a recolectar materiales por los planetitas ahí. Si encuentro alguna misión secundaria, obviamente la voy a grabar. A ver.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Nuevo mensaje. Noticias de las instalaciones de Pragia. De inteligencia de Cerberus. Comandante Shepard, contacto contigo para indicaciones del hombre ilusorio. Cree que te interesa saber que él ordenó el cierre del proyecto Sujeto Cero antes de que estallase el motín. Cuando el personal de Cerberus llegó, todos los guardias estaban muertos, así como la mayoría de los sujetos. Se trataron las heridas de los niños supervivientes y se les administraron tratamientos amnésicos suaves y fueron entregados en las instalaciones de la Alianza como supervivientes de los ataques de los esclavistas. Unos pocos médicos supervivientes fueron retirados por la fuerza por su papel en el proyecto. Basándome en tu informe, las instalaciones de Pragia han sido destruidas. Ok. Thane no quiere... Apa, tenemos una mejora para la nave, me parece. A ver. Y con esto terminamos, me parece. A ver, mejoras de arma. Daño de pistola pesada, perfecto. Otro arma que llega a tope. Bien, mejora de armadura. Escudos resistentes, no puedo, ¿por qué? Porque no la tengo. Mejora de la nave. La anomalía gana 100% al número de sondas y... bien. Bueno, igual esto ya... da igual, prototipo, nada más. Bueno, gente, a ver, vamos a ir a hablar con Críos. Algo seguramente va a querer hablar, entonces lo hacemos ahora y ya para el próximo vamos directamente con las otras misiones. ¿Estaba aquí o más abajo? Estaba, creo que aquí, ¿no? Aquí, a ver.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who'd train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Tiene razón.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, and the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
La supervivencia del más fuerte.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Bien. Perfecto. Bueno, señores, ya hablamos con este señor. Próximo capítulo vamos a ir por la misión de Samara, probablemente. Bueno, Samara o Tali quedan, no tenemos muchas opciones. Y a buscar dinerito. Me voy a explorar planetas. Los dejo hasta el próximo capítulo. Espero que se hayan divertido, como siempre. Cuídense y pásenla bien.